Hello YouTube. So today I'm gonna try to predict how high Atom can go. Just a disclaimer, this will be a short-term prediction, so short-term predictions do have large variability and it doesn't have to necessarily play out the way that you expect it to, but I'm gonna give my best guess on what I think will happen. And just to let you know, if you are in Atom, you should always, for any short-term plays in general, you should always have a contingency plan, like if it doesn't turn out that way. So let's get started. So for Atom, Atom has been doing pretty well for the past month while the market is suffering. It has moved up 100%, which is actually quite a lot. So that's something to keep in mind. But based on the past couple of videos, I'm sure if you have watched them, then you would know that a lot of my predictions in terms of price is measured with 0.618 Fibonacci. So a quick summary of it is, if you want to determine the next price, the next resistance level of any particular coin, all you simply have to do is just take the local low, or even these other lows, and get the most recent high. And one of the things, and then if you do that, then you'll be able to predict the next high. So for example, this would be, so you would do it across multiple lows, and then you'll get a general sense of where a set of resistances are. So for example, if I just go ahead and do this a couple of times, right? So 0.618, 0.618, 618, you're getting the sense that Atom is probably gonna want to get stopped around these levels. So to narrow it down, you would there's a few things that you have to check first. One other thing is to check if the coin is diluted. So if we go ahead and go to coinmarketcap.com, go to Atom, we can tell it's not really diluted. I mean, it is diluted, but very slightly. You know how like if you look at the graph, it wiggles back and forth, right? An example of a coin that's heavily diluted is Velo. So we're going to pull up Velo. Notice how, okay, sorry, let's go back to three months, maybe 1 year. Okay, Velo maybe might not be a good example. GRT is another coin that's diluted. So you notice how it changed very widely, right? What I mean by diluted is that the founders or the creators of the coin flood a lot of additional tokens into that market. So in this example for GRT, right, if right now it's currently at 57 cents, if you go ahead and measure based on the market cap, right, 2.73 billion, if you just went back in time to right here, 2.73 billion, what it's saying is that February, so keep note of the date, 0 to 11, 0 to 11. So what it's saying is that currently the price is supposed to be $2.34. So they introduced so much coins into the system that the inflation rate for this coin is like 400% in a span of a year, if you understand what I'm saying. So you want to avoid coins that are heavily inflated, because the winners, a heavily inflated coin or heavily diluted coin, the winners are the founders, right? Because they hold the extra additional coins, and when they decide to dump it, they're dumping it at their percentage, the percentage rate that they own, and everyone else who's holding the coin is losing. So if we go back to Atom's case, it's not heavily diluted, so we can that essentially means that you can reliably use these Fibonacci's on the price to get the correct price predictions. So so now it's like, okay, now we want to narrow down which one of these numbers is it going to be. And in general, you want to focus on whole numbers, because typically the markets likes to behave that way. So you focus on 60, 65, and 70. So the question is, how do we figure out which one it is? So one of the ways to do it is to determine based on historical data. So if we go to coinmarketcap historical, and then we go ahead and see when's Atom's last high. So if we take a look at this chart, right, we take a look at the market cap, we notice that this high was this peak right here. So around September the 18th, we just go ahead and double check that against the the daily on this one. So it looks like September the 19th, September the 20th. So we go ahead and look at September the 19th. 2021, September the 19th. Okay. And then we go ahead and look at the ranking of Atom. So we can more or less get a sense that if Atom decides to go up, the most it could realistically go is rank 20. So if we go ahead and just look at the current rank 20, that's not to say that it can't go past rank 20. You get a ballpark of what to expect. So it's like 10.6 billion, and currently Atom is 9.1 billion. So if we go ahead and just calculate that onto calculator, so that'll be 10.6. Let's just say it's one of these numbers, right? Let's just use this number, and let's just use this number. So we'll say 10.6. 10.6 divided by, 10.6 divided by 9.14. Divided by 9.14 is about 15% increase, right? So now if we use the Fibonacci, is going to be a lot higher than 50%, right? So it's like if we went from this price to this price, it's like 50%. So a 50% increase would be 9.14 times 1.5. So about 13 point something billion. So it would actually go into rank 16. It will go pretty high. So in a sense, we can tell that we should aim for a lower bound sell price that you want to get out of lower bound. Does it have to go up? No, not necessarily. Atom may not necessarily have to go up. If you go ahead and pull up Atom BTC. I'm go ahead and put up my other indicators so you guys have a sense of what I'm looking at. Perfect buy, perfect sell, ichimoku. So if you notice, this is a divergence. So if you look at this, right, there's a chance that Atom actually goes back down from here. It doesn't have to necessarily go up. So you notice like there's a divergence here. There's a divergence here. So can it go up? Yeah, it could. It can go down. So this is the conundrum of like trying to predict in terms of the short term. In terms of formation, Atom is doing a triple top. So essentially it can get rejected here, but realistically, if I had to take a guess, if it does get rejected here, then you're probably looking at another move, like maybe like a few months out for it to retest it again. So let's assume like 37 days. So we can assume like under the worst case scenario, I probably would want to do a mirror move of this and then continue up to $60. But because based on the market cap historical data, we can more or less assume in the near term, I'm not saying that Atom can't go higher than $60. I'm just saying that in the near term, if you were to optimize in terms of playing like quick entries and quick exits, you would try to aim for the lower bound of $60, because we just proved that like Atom rank 20 was the highest that it did in this year. So realistically you want to aim for the lower bound in this particular situation. So one or two situations can happen in my opinion. You either go straight up to $60 and then it'll pull back and stall, or it'll pull back right now or stall right here, right, and then hit up to $60 a few months afterwards. So I'm not personally in Atom, but if I were to be in Atom, like if I was holding Atom for a while already, most likely I would have sold here, to be honest, and I probably would not have re-entered. But if you were in Atom and you're feeling a little bit risky, then this is what I would most likely aim for. In terms of like, can I reach that high in the near term? Yeah, I can. But looking at all these factors, I would say this is a medium to high risk play, and I personally wouldn't play it. But this is my assessment of it. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I can make more of these videos. So everyone have a good day and take care.